and welcome to the 2023 AFBE Gala Awards and Ceremony. And let me tell you, we're delighted that so many of you could join us this evening at P&J Live, making this our biggest gala event to date. And a big hi, hello, and wish you were here to everyone streaming this event online. Can you give them a wave just in your chair? Yeah. Don't worry in which direction, they'll get you. Now, before we begin, on behalf of AFB, I would like to thank their principal sponsor, BP. BP's UK Framework for Action on Racial Injustice, which centres on transparency, accountability and talent, shows the extent of their ambition to make a difference. So hello, my name is Josie Darby, and I am going to be your host tonight. And I think that deserves a whoop as well, thank you. Almost. And what an evening it has been already, am I right? Beginning with that chance to get up close and personal with the Mercedes AMG F1 W09 model. Did anybody do that? Oh my gosh, right? That car is a great car, right? It took a team of 1,500 people to go from idea through development to fruition, and its performance potential was fulfilled by legendary British driver, none other than Sir Lewis Hamilton. In it, he broke records, took many pole positions, and drove it to victory time and time again. So this extraordinary and exclusive opportunity was brought to us courtesy of our platinum sponsor, Mercedes Formula One. More from them later, and a little something extra from Sir Lewis Hamilton himself later too. And our thanks to Shola Ukanunga and the Bhangra dance crew. Shola was the saxophonist who was making such beautiful music before you got in here. So they did incredible performances, didn't they? So can we give them their own special thanks? And we have more performances and entertainment coming up later, as we want you to just sit up, relax and enjoy an evening filled with Scottish tradition, excellent food, but above all, a celebration of diversity in engineering. Well, let me tell you, it's a real pleasure for me to be host this evening. Aspects of engineering and STEM touch all our lives. So I was incredibly pleased to have this opportunity to learn more about the great work around inclusion that AFB do in this field. Now, you engineers are problem solvers, so when AFB founders Ollie and Nikke noticed that disparity in the amount of young people from BME backgrounds being exposed to engineering, the lack of BME students studying engineering, and the low percentage of BME adults entering engineering as a profession, they stepped in to create an organisation that would have a positive impact on those numbers. So, AFB was born in London 16 years ago, but for the past 12 years has proudly made its home here in Aberdeen, the energy capital of Europe. For many, what engineers do is a bit of a mystery. Well, AFB's mission has always been to change that. They promote engineering in all its forms as a viable and exciting career option at school level. They support young people through their student years, and they create opportunities for professionals to network with businesses and leaders within the engineering community, using visibility as a key component for their strategy. And to say it's been a success is an understatement. Have a little look at our video whilst I talk to you about some of their achievements. To date, AFB UK's programmes have benefited more than 20,000 people, and they are recognised as a foremost organisation on ethnic representation within the engineering sector. AFB now works with more than 80 companies on their EDI strategy and have created a community whereby individuals of minority ethnic origin getting into engineering already know that they have a resource for mentorship, networking and opportunity. Well, 70% of the people who've attended AFB's Transition Careers programme have gone on to secure a job within a relevant role within a year. And AFB STEM programmes have benefited more than 8,000 young people since 2009, which has led to AFB and its organisers receiving many accolades, such as the HSBC Ethnicity Award for Social Impact, a Grit Award by Ali Energy in 2021, a highly commended recognition for diversity and inclusion at Offshore Achievement Awards earlier this year, and 3 out of the 5 finalists in the upcoming IET Young Women of the Year Awards are members of the AFBE-UK Executive Board. But tonight, they will be the ones giving out the awards. And they do not, of course, do this alone. Many people and organisations support AFB's work, many of whom are here tonight. And of course, just by being here or watching this online, you too are supporting their work. So thank you all to their supporters. I have already mentioned AFB's principal supporter, BP, and our platinum sponsor, Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team, but there are also gold sponsors. So if you are from these companies, please just say whoop when I call out your company, okay? Leonardo, the Royal Academy of Engineering. Oh, they're quiet. The Royal Air Force, Wood PLC, RS Grassroots, SSE, and Harbour Energy. Our silver sponsors, Shell, Enquest, Serica Energy, Arup, IET. Just if you hear your name, call out. Kellis Midstream, Petrofac, SLB, Microsoft, Oceaneering, WSP. And finally, but not least, our bronze sponsors, Matchtech, Gattaca, Subsea 7, ECITB, Net Zero Technology Centre, and ICE. Give yourselves a round of applause. This event also hopes to support others by highlighting some organisations making a positive change. In this evening's charity partners are the Lydia Wilson Foundation, who work primarily in Nigeria but also recently in Ukraine to improve the living conditions of the vulnerable, such as internationally displaced persons, orphans, widows and the elderly. Asthma Allergy Foundation, who work to support, people living with asthma and allergies and to raise awareness about the issues that they may face. And the Washing Machine Project, founded by Nav Sawhney. Hi, Nav. During a family visit in rural India, Nav was inspired to create an off-grid washing machine, thus providing displaced and low-income communities with the dignity of clean clothes without the back-breaking work of hand washing. There's information on each table about how you can support the work done by our charity partners, and you can donate tonight, if you wish, to a single pot to be shared between all 3 charities. So there are QR codes on your table. Simply scan that and you'll get the information. And there are also representatives here too, so feel free to find out more from them. So tonight, you will eat, drink and make merry whilst throughout the evening we reveal the worthy winners of our grand prizes. But before we begin, each gala night has a theme, and tonight's theme is metamorphosis, which speaks to a profound change from one state to another. Here is the first of some short videos in which industry leaders share their thoughts on our theme.
Hello AFB friends, I'm Hayat Sinan, I'm Chief Executive at the Royal Academy of Engineering. On to the topic of metamorphosis. Well, for me, culture is a manifestation of collective identity. It could be language, its values, its beliefs, shared jokes, and especially its food. always food. It's all the signs, practices, ideas, forms of expression that signify connection and unity across a group. So for me, cultural change means the migration of a group together, like a migration of starlings, towards a better state, taking with us the aspects of our culture that are important to us, sacred even, and evolving the cultural traits which hold us back or create division. It means travelling together and finding new ways to connect so that we can create a space where our sense of individuality can coexist peacefully with our sense of belonging. Thank you.
Well, I hope you didn't overdo it on the canopies because our delicious meal is about to begin. Can we welcome to the stage our distinguished co-chairs, prominent members of AFBE UK, Dr. Roy Bitrus, who is a Royal Society of Edinburgh member, and Dr. Iwai Collins Harrison, Chartered Engineer with the Engineering Council.
Good evening, esteemed guests, partners and valued colleagues. Welcome to this spectacular gala celebrating diversity and inclusion in engineering. Tonight, we gather not only to recognize the incredible achievements of our industry, but also to applaud the strength found in our differences and to recognize the contributions of not just a few, but all of us. And as demonstrated in the world of engineering, we understand that innovation thrives when diverse minds come together.
And so tonight, we embark on a journey of reflection and celebration, exploring the metamorphosis that defines our collective existence. Our commitment to STEM, diversity, and inclusion is a commitment to change, a commitment to adapt, evolve, and transform for the better. Let tonight be a testament to the power of inclusivity, fostering a future where every voice is heard and every talent is embraced. And so enjoy the night as we celebrate the richness that diversity brings to our engineering community. Thank you.
So tonight's awards ceremony takes place during and after dinner, which we are about to begin. You'll also be entertained by live musical performances from Katie, beatbox star Ball Z, and later some uplifting songs from the Spirituals. But right now, we begin our meal steeped in Scottish tradition with the addressing of the haggis. In this tradition, the haggis is piped to the table and the famous Burns poem is recited. Addressing the haggis for us tonight is Chair of the Offshore Energies UK Diversity and Inclusion Task Group and energy legal expert Findlay Anderson, accompanied by Callum Pearson on bagpipes.
Please give it up for our piper. Oh, you can do better than that. Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, tonight we've heard already that we're here to celebrate life in all its wonder, in all its diversity. And sometimes people come along who help us to do exactly that. And if we cast our minds back with a whole load of change to the 1700s, just when Alexander Hamilton was kicking the British out of America. Round about the same time, a relatively unknown gentleman in Scotland moved to Edinburgh and found all of his inspiration. First of all, probably in the drink, and then in the ladies. And in his 37 years on this earth, Rabbie Burns wrote 550 poems. He's Scotland's most famous poet. And he celebrated many things of life. He celebrated his country. He celebrated the ladies, for sure. He wrote many, many, many poems about the ladies. And he celebrated food, and none less so than the haggis. And so down through the years since then, we have enjoyed the haggis. It's a little bit maybe not the right time of year for an address to the haggis, but we celebrate diversity in life throughout the year, and we step up throughout the year. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. So it is my joy to bring to you the address to the haggis. I would clap after if you think it's worth it. Fair fa, your honest son sae face, great chieftain of the puddin' race, aboon the ma ye tak your place, pinch, try per therm, weel are ye worthy o a grace, as lang's my arm. Your groaning trencher there ye fill, your hardies are like a distant hill. Your pain would mak to mend the mill in time of need, and through your pores the dews distill, like amber bead. His knife, see rustic labour dicht, and cuts you up with readiest licht, trenching your gushing entrails bricht like on a ditch. Oh, and then, oh, what a glorious sight! Warm, reeking, rich. Then horn for horn they stretch and strive, deal tak the hindmost on they drive, till other wheel kites alive are bent like drums. Then old Goodman is like to arrive. Bethanked hums. Is there that o'er his French ragout, or olio that would stow a sou, or fricassee that would mak or spew with perfect scorner, looks down with sneering scorn for voo and sick a dinner? Poor devil, see him o'er his trash, his feckless like a withered rash, his spindle shank a good whiplash, his neve a knit. But mark, the rustic, haggis fed, the trembling ground resounds his tread. Actually, I'm going to need a little bit of audience participation for this bit here. So I need a bit of a drum roll and the glasses and the... But mark, the rustic, haggis fed, the trembling ground resounds his tread. In his wally neva blade, he'll mak it whistle. Actually, you can keep going. And legs and arms and heads he'll sned like taps o' thistle. You can stop now. Your powers, fa mak mankind your care, and dish him up his bill of fare. Auld Scotland wants nae skinking ware that jobs and luggies. But if you want her grateful prayer, gie her a haggis. Thank you. A toast to the haggis.
Come and join us.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God said he's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade are a new generation from the ones who have come before. He's calling us into freedom. Let my people go, go. Wade in the water, we didn't wade in the water, children wade in the water. God said He's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, we didn't wade in the water, children wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. We are the sons and the daughters. We gotta stand up and make it loud. Just like our God told the Pharaoh, let my people go, go. We are a new generation from the ones who have come before. He's calling us into freedom. Let my people go, go. We never shine like a shade. It be a Papa God where He make the heavens. If you know, say you know what trouble. Let my people go, go. The blood, sweat, and the tears that we gather through the years. If you know, say you know what trouble. Let my people go, go. Wade in the water, we did wade in the water, children wade in the water. God said He's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, we did wade in the water, children wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, 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 oh,
Well, now it's time to give us your undivided attention as it's almost time to begin the awards section of the evening. Who's excited? Me too. Well, tonight we have 7 award categories, each presented by a sponsor and special guests. So, to open this awards section of the night, we have a very special guest speaker for you. Here to give the evening's keynote speech, we welcome Vice President of Production at BP, Graham Gordon, and as he makes his way to the stage, his speech begins with this short video.
The world is changing, and we are changing with it. We've set a bold purpose and ambition to reimagine energy for our people, the planet, and to become a net zero company by 2050 or sooner, and help the world get to net zero. Our people are key to our transformation. We want them to know that they can be themselves at work every day. Attracting the best and brightest talent starts with equity and inclusion for everyone. Our D&I ambition is for BP to represent the world around us, create a culture of belonging, and make a positive contribution to the societies and communities where we operate. We are proud to partner with AFBE-UK to help support young people from Black and minority ethnic backgrounds with career aspirations in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Over the past 3 years, we've focused in on DE&I and are taking measurable actions using our global framework for action. It's built around 3 principles: transparency, accountability, and talent. We've also set ourselves global gender ambitions and ethnicity ambitions for the UK and the US. We announced our partnership with AFBE-UK in December last year to help us achieve our diversity and inclusion ambitions, broadening access to the opportunities available at BP and helping to boost representation within the industry. We know we don't have all the answers and will listen and work with others. By working together, we've achieved some great things in less than just a year. From a talent evening in our London St James Square office, we advertise our vacancies on AFBE-UK's recruitment portal, and we are holding a Work Insight programme for 30+ students with AFBE-UK here in Aberdeen. We're excited about what the future holds. I hope you all enjoy your evening today.
Well, I was nervous before, but after following the spirituals, I know inadequacy is a new term, but they were absolutely stunning, so I just wanted to ask if you give another round of applause for the spirituals. I did get a little bit carried away and started dancing in the middle of that and forgot about this speech, so my apologies. A small confession to the room: the last time I actually was on this stage with a microphone, I was dressed as a character from Toy Story, but that's a whole different story we can follow up after this. So, thanks very much for the opportunity tonight. So firstly, congratulations to all the award finalists here tonight. It's a tremendous achievement to be selected for an award, and I wish you all the very best when the awards come round. A huge thank you to AFBE-UK for hosting this gala and awards night, and also for the other sponsors for making this a fantastic evening so far and for the rest of the evening. I'm humbled, and you can probably tell, a little bit nervous about making this speech to such a fantastic cohort of engineers, and thank you for the opportunity. BP North Sea will have been based in Aberdeen for 60 years next year, and it's great to see so many long-held connections in our oil and gas operations, our growing lower carbon businesses, and the community partnerships here. It's fantastic to see everybody together. Fittingly, nowhere exemplifies BP's global energy transition plans in action more than Scotland, which I'm very proud of. With oil and gas, EV charging, and plans for offshore wind, hydrogen, CCUS, all in the mix as part of an accelerated but orderly transition plan. To clarify what I mean by orderly, in short, it means we don't believe it would be helpful to shut off the current energy system before the new one is in place. At BP, we call it and, not or. And Aberdeen is the perfect showcase for this strategy, with BP's oil and gas operations sitting alongside our partnerships with Aberdeen City Council and pioneering plans to help develop and deliver low-carbon energy solutions to the city. Neatly demonstrating what a powerhouse of the UK Aberdeen is, and how apt that we are here tonight applauding the next generation of engineers who will be the driving force of that future. BP is extremely proud to be a partner with AFBE-UK, which does so much great work supporting the ambitions of young people from black, minority and ethnic backgrounds who seek a career in the STEM subjects. Speaking personally, I firmly believe that engineering will be central to meeting the major changes required by society and in meeting the net zero challenges, and that to be successful, engineering has to make itself open and attractive to all. Which is why companies like BP must lead the way and continue to push forward with initiatives that make STEM subjects accessible to all students. As someone who's worked in the engineering sector for 34 years, I was a student before that, and had the opportunity to see industry across the globe, I know firsthand how engineering has the ability to enhance people's lives and affect meaningful change, and how important diversity in the workforce is to help to achieve those changes. I also know the challenge we still face to enable entry into the discipline to be made without barriers, but it is achievable. I use as the example that the asset team I used to work with in Angola, where we had 5 continents represented in the team in over 40 countries, an absolutely amazing team. Which is why celebrations such as tonight are so important, not only to give finalists recognition they deserve, but the chance to share their achievements and to tell their stories, giving hope and inspiration to others to follow. So, speaking on behalf of BP, a global business with far-reaching influence, I fully acknowledge our role in leading the support for minority voices and demonstrating allyship. And it's vital that we reflect the societies and communities where we operate. which is why we're driving forward with a robust and measurable diversity, equity and inclusion programme that not only affects our own operations but also those of our partners and suppliers. It's worth noting that BP now has 7 women on the executive team of 11, many who have their own social mobility stories to tell. As a firm supporter of equal opportunities and the need to embrace varied perspectives in order to progress, I'm proud of the steps I see BP taking to help fill the company with the best and brightest of talent, regardless of ethnicity, gender or background, and of its campaign to create an environment where everyone can be themselves, feel psychologically and physically safe and be their best. There's still a long way to go, but BP's ambitious DE&I programme, in partnership with organisations like AFBE-UK, are all individual steps in the journey to build a more inclusive workplace. Recently, Dr. Ollie Falayan led a fantastic session with the BP North Sea leadership team to help us, as individuals and as a team, to think about the challenges and opportunities we face and to consider changes we can make to help drive inclusivity. I've also been fortunate to have some excellent mentoring from colleagues, including Dishant Sharma, who's here tonight, VP of Transformation at BP, and Uli Marshall, Production Support Manager for BP North Sea, and Lydia Balogan-Wilson, Engineering Authority for AGT and a previous awards winner here, and Wilson's here representing her charity. Their insights reinforce the fact that to be an ally or make a change, I have to be proactive. Thinking of our finalists and how their achievements will help shape the future, it's clear that the world needs a growing stream of talented people from all backgrounds with strong foundation of STEM subjects to support industries across the board. It's no exaggeration to say that people with STEM skills in engineering, in particular, are those solving some of the biggest challenges we face. And one of the greatest challenges of our time is unquestionably the world's shift to net zero and rewiring of the global energy system. A challenge that the UK government anticipates will be met by creating 2 million green jobs through to 2030. So it's imperative that STEM skills gap is being filled now to ensure the skills don't run out before the investment does. BP has been trying to work on this through targeted support of various education initiatives for over 50 years, from education outreach with schools and colleges to supporting professional development of teachers, helping to create the STEM literate workforce for the years ahead. We're also urging for clarity from employers and government on what they actually need from the education system, with feedback guiding engagement at primary and secondary education through to vocational partnership and advanced skills development. For now, more than ever, it's vital that young people across all demographics can connect the skills they're learning in the classroom with how they can use them and ultimately the opportunities that they might apply for, both for low carbon careers but also for across industry as a whole. Key to success is collaboration. It will take educators, industry, the government and organisations like AFBE-UK all working together to make STEM skills not only accessible but attractive too. We need effective ways to bring them to life, enabling students to visualise the purposeful careers that paths they can follow, with no one feeling excluded by background. And there really are so many exciting opportunities out there. So, rolling back to the achievements of our finalists tonight and the focus on engineering, I'm sure we all agree that if engineering in all its forms is to meet its full potential as a driving force for change, it will need engineers from diverse backgrounds bringing diverse thinking who can help solve the problems of today and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. In the race to net zero specifically, it will take progressive, highly skilled engineers to solve the challenges faced by power, heavy industry, transport and construction, and at the same time work on the fast-paced technologies behind wind power, solar, batteries and electrolysers. But the good news for engineers both now and in the future is that tackling these challenges won't necessarily require fundamentally new skills for the low-carbon economy. In BP, we've seen huge transferability, with people evolving their skills from one sector to another and applying existing skill sets to solve new problems. For example, one of BP's business leaders, Andy Lane, spent the majority of his career in oil and gas, but has moved to run our hydrogen and carbon capture businesses. And even here in Aberdeen, we have engineers from our North Sea oil and gas business who have pivoted to the offshore wind business, operating in projects, operation and maintenance strategies. And while I'm talking of pivoting, good segue, I know that the theme of tonight is metamorphosis, and of course, BP is undergoing a metamorphosis of its own, transforming from an international oil company to an integrated energy company, with an ambition to be net zero company to 2050 or sooner. Which brings me back to why the work of AFBE-UK and its support for the BME community is so important. As in order to achieve our low carbon ambitions, as well as help the rest of the world transition, we have to shake up our thinking and actions, and do this while still providing secure and affordable energy. And such extraordinary change needs extraordinary people. And that means a world-class, diverse workforce who can drive innovation and help Britain succeed in making its energy aims a reality. Before I end, and let the really important part of tonight with the awards take place, I do want to emphasise that metamorphosis of DE&I is not just about words, but about putting those plans into action. And I'm pleased to share that BP and AFBE UK partnership has had a successful 12 months with activities that include a one-day work insight for 30 students recruited through AFBE UK, a recruitment open event at our headquarters at St James Square in London, BP's participation in a diversity in the workplace seminar at Offshore Europe, and an upcoming energy transition event in Aberdeen. And we look forward to many more productive years working with AFBE UK, helping to propel our D&I strategy forward and nurture the next generation of talent to meet the future energy challenges. So, in a final thought, I hope the one big thing you can take away from this speech is how much I truly believe engineering will be front and centre of meeting the huge challenges the world faces, and that to be successful, engineering must be accessible to all and to reflect the world around us, and we all must be proactive in making this happen. Thanks very much for the opportunity to speak to you. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Graham. So, time to announce some winners. What do you think, right? And I'm sure you'll agree, all nominees deserve the recognition tonight. So tonight's winners will receive one of our exclusive AFB 2023 trophies, depicting a lighthouse and designed by Peter David Gorelli of the Grays School of Art. Our first award is for Young BME Professional of the Year, and it's sponsored by Leonardo. Presented tonight for us by Rachel Ruxton from Leonardo, Yewande Akinola, and Ian Phillips, two of our judges. Will you make your way to the stage, please?
The AFBE-UK Award for Young BME Professional of the Year, sponsored by Leonardo. This award recognises the professionals making their mark in the engineering sector. Emmanuel Afolabi is a civil engineer at Ramboll. He is responsible for highway pavement and below-ground drainage design. Emmanuel's day job involves working with other disciplines to ensure drainage considerations are incorporated into building of foundations and landscape. Emmanuel supports programs like Fest Hub, and he mentors young people needing guidance on university applications. Emmanuel is an active member of Ramboll's Racial Equality Network, where he has contributed to raising awareness of racial injustice.
The advice I would give young professionals joining the industry would be to be motivated, to be enthusiastic, and having the sort of willingness and the courage to learn and want to demonstrate how reliable you are as an individual, because a lot of the time you might be in situations where you have to lead projects yourself by liaising with clients, working with design teams, that kind of stuff. So it's a challenge, of course, like every other industry, but as long as you keep focused and you have that work ethic like I mentioned before, then it should be just fine. So regarding the Fest Hub, we're already sort of working with clubs in London, and we've started to expand and work with clubs outside of London, which is great, and within 10 years' time I'm expecting to be also working with clubs outside of the UK. Professional football is global, and
This issue with football players getting released at 18 and not knowing what they're going to do next is it's a major issue all around the world, and it's definitely something that someone like myself, who's been through that situation myself, and come out and become an engineer, it's great for someone like me to lead the line regarding this.
Mohammed Tahir is an aerodrome system specialist at Heathrow Airport and a subject matter expert on airfield ground lighting, laser-guided parking systems, and electrical power units. Mohammed's job involves providing technical support, analysing data to unearth latent faults, and writing maintenance job plans. Mohammed is a content creator and influencer on engineering topics whose work is followed by a community of more than 460,000 people. Mohammed is a public speaker who has addressed audiences of more than 1,000 people.
Personally, my proudest day at working at Heathrow Airport as an engineer was the day that I redesigned part of the Terminal 2 baggage system and actually got to be there when they were doing the installation as part of the redesign. And actually watching the thing that was just a brainchild, and I'd done the physics. I remember doing the sort of back of hand calculations to understand how it works, and then coming up with the solution, making the solution in CAD, and then watching the thing actually getting installed into the baggage system. I grew up local to this airport, like I literally grew up down the road, and to think that now I can be part of the solution to make it more efficient, more effective, and to make sure passengers' bags are making it onto the flight on time, that was just amazing for me. And it was even better that there was a film crew over my shoulder and it all got documented and then put on ITV. So to be able to then see my mum watching it on telly, to see this whole thing happen, yeah, that put a huge smile on my face.
Abby Tete is currently engineering manager within the Hybrid Bill Directorate on High Speed 2. Abby's job involves providing the technical expertise required for the successful passage of the Crewe Manchester Hybrid Bill through Parliament. Abby is an active diversity champion who supports employee resource groups and organises workshops for the senior leadership team. Abby has taken part in charity projects, including a 2-week trip to Rwanda to help construct a 52-metre suspension bridge.
I would say it's a really exciting time to be a young professional in the industry at the moment. There is a whole host of projects all around the globe that you can get involved in, and there's so many challenges that we need to create solutions to at pace if we want to protect our both built and natural environment going forward. The opportunity is endless and there's so much you can get involved with all around the world. I would say my proudest day as a young professional so far would definitely have to be when I spent 2 weeks in Rwanda in a rural village called Maduha, constructing a 52-metre suspended trowel bridge. Essentially, this trowel bridge provided connectivity and safe access and egress to trade centres, educational facilities and healthcare, and I spent day in, day out working side by side with the local community, helping to upskill them, give them really long-term transferable employability skills, promoting a culture of health and safety on site, and really being involved in the whole construction of that bridge, which was a really great experience. It really reminded me the whole reason why I became a civil engineer, in terms of creating that meaningful, tangible impact where it's needed and where it matters the most, and it's one of those memories that I'm going to cherish forever going forward.
Okay, so pleased to announce,
drum roll.
I know I was going to say, if we can get a drum roll, the winner of the Young BME Professional of the Year Award goes to the one who is known as the airport guy, Mohammed.
Wow. Today started off with a word that I hadn't seen in a long time, metamorphosis. I thought to myself, wow. And it reminded me of the story of a butterfly and it reminded me of the TED Talk that I gave about 4 years ago, and it revolved around the story of the butterfly. You might be thinking, why does an engineer talk about butterflies? Well, there's a part of the journey of the story of the butterfly that nobody really touches upon, and it's the moment where the caterpillar's gone into its cocoon, it's created the web, it's formed its wings, but it's now time for it to face the world. And there's a moment when that butterfly with its wings crumpled up, without any fluid in them, has to step out of that cocoon and begin to pump its wings up. You see, in that moment, that butterfly is the most vulnerable it's ever going to be. It can't protect itself, it can't fly away, it can't do anything. But in order for it to fly one day, it has to embrace that vulnerability and actually be willing to step out into the world in its true form and present itself to that world in just the way it is. And I feel like on every single one of our journeys, the moment we step out and embrace that vulnerability, to embrace who we truly are and show the world who we truly are, is the moment we are a step closer towards flying at some point. And for every single one of you in the room, the amazing thing about the story of a butterfly is that when you watch a butterfly do that, you gain the courage to do it yourself. I have been fortunate enough to be at Heathrow Airport, where I was given the encouragement to step out into that vulnerability and show who I truly was. And the result of this is what you see. The result of this is this. But I came to an airport and I started making TikTok videos about how things work. But I was given the confidence to do that, and I allowed to be vulnerable in that process. And I hope that in the journey of me stepping out into my vulnerability, I can inspire maybe just one person to step out into their own vulnerability. And remember that your story could be the inspiration for somebody to step out into their vulnerability and take one step closer to flying. So I just wanted to say thank you to every single one of you. Thank you to my mum, my dad. Thank you to God for this. And truly, I thank you all, and I really appreciate everything. Thank you so much. Thank you.
One more time, congratulations, Mohammed. The next award is for STEM Champion of the Year, and it's sponsored by Wood PLC. To present the award, please welcome Craig Shaunahay from Wood, I hope I've said your name correctly, Jamie Hutton, and Chris Rochester from Primary Engineer. Would you make your way to the stage, please?
Wow, what a huge privilege it is to be here tonight. And thank you so much to AFBE for hosting a truly amazing evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chrissy Clark, and I'm the Vice President of Diversity, Inclusion and Engagement at Wood. And we are so privileged to be here this evening to announce the winner of the STEM Champion of the Year Award. Shortly we'll be showing a video, but we want to say a huge congratulations to all of the nominees, to the finalists, and we can't wait to tell you shortly who is going to be the winner.
The AFBE-UK Award for STEM Champion of the Year, sponsored by Wood PLC. This award recognises STEM ambassadors from across the UK who have made a positive impact. Dr. Urena Adebotolu is AFBE UK's Next Gen STEM Programme Coordinator. Urena took over the leadership of Next Gen in 2019 and has since initiated a wide range of programmes, from school visits and Saturday sessions to the creation of an award-winning coding club. Urena has seen many young pupils increase their interest in STEM careers, and she has supported young pupils into internships and job opportunities. Urena holds a PhD in Environmental and Materials Engineering Research.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are some of the professions that actually form the foundation of most of the things that we experience in life. As a STEM advocate, I feel it's my moral obligation to help young people to understand that you can actually make something positive out of your life And through my STEM skills, I help young people to see that they can actually become the inventors, the innovators, and creative people of the future. And I will describe my journey in one word, which is fun. My journey has been fun, and it's just been amazing, inspiring many young people and seeing the outputs, the advancements that they've made through this journey. I'm so pleased and I feel so privileged.
Isabella Mascarenhas is Vice President of Grassroots Education and Social Impact at RS Group plc. In her day job, Isabella helps people from minority backgrounds to develop careers in STEM, encouraging aspiring engineers and technologists to develop solutions that address real-world challenges. Isabella is also the founder of Embrace, working to increase equity for people from the global ethnic majority. Isabella is active on social media, raising awareness of race and other diversity issues.
I am an advocate for STEM because I don't believe that enough young people know about the opportunities in science, technology, engineering and maths when it comes to careers. It's such a fast-paced industry, and I think, bless them, schools struggle to keep up with the progress and being able to talk to kids about their career opportunities. And so it's really important that as professionals and as businesses we do our part to help kids see what's out there for them. We know that women are hugely underrepresented in engineering particularly, so it's very, very important that we inspire more young girls into the profession. You can literally break ceilings doing this work, and you can have a huge impact on people and the planet. So yeah, go get it, Queen, is what I would say.
Dr. Margie Villeneuve is a senior lecturer at the University of Dundee. She is also Director of Public Engagement and Outreach. Margie Villeneuve is an outstanding role model who works tirelessly to widen participation in STEM. Margie has been a sponsor of the Women in STEM organisation at the university and has provided support and counsel to students. Margie has helped to design numerous programmes, including the Engaging Minorities Beneficiaries in Engineering Diversity Development, or EMBED programme.
I think that STEM is really important. It's integral to everything that we do. And in order to make it work for us as a whole society, we need to make sure that that innovation is driven by diverse people, by equity, by equality. We need to give everybody a seat at the table when we decide these things that are going to affect society. I think that's why I'm really passionate. I'm really passionate about giving everybody a chance to participate and giving everybody a chance to make this a better world for everyone. When you ask me for my proudest moment, it is probably not a specific moment. It's a very specific feeling. And it's the feeling that I get from working with people who are all working towards the same goal, to bring more equality, to bring more equity, to bring more diversity into STEM and just make this world better for everyone.
So can we make a really loud drum roll, please? Louder than the last award, please. And the winner is Urena.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say, but I'm so excited. I'm excited for many reasons. I'm excited because everything we do in AFBE, everything we do in Next Gen is all about creating a better world for all the young people that we support. And it's our dream at all times that we inspire more young people into STEM, because we know from our various backgrounds, sometimes we didn't get it right from the start. And from all our learnings, our objective is to make sure that the younger people who are coming don't have to face the hurdles and the barriers that we faced. So in Next Gen, we try our best as a team, of professionals to ensure that our young people get the support that they need, irrespective of their backgrounds or where they're coming from or their vulnerabilities or whatever the issues are. So I'm so excited to be here for not just myself, but for all the young people that we represent, for all the STEM professionals here, and for the Next Gen team. So I just want to say thank you so much for this award, and thank you to everyone who works together with myself, all the corporate partners, and all the leaders. We're so grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
On to our third award of the evening, and this one is for Mentor of the Year, sponsored by the Royal Academy of Engineering. So please welcome to the stage to present the award, Rosa Morgan Baker from the Royal Academy of Engineering, Paul Sheerin, and Sir Jeff Palmer, OBE.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rosa Morgan Baker, and I am Senior Manager for Diversity and Inclusion at the Royal Academy of Engineering. It is an absolute pleasure to be here this evening. What a night. My cheeks are absolutely hurting from grinning so much at Urina's speech just then. Congratulations. I'm delighted to be presenting the Mentor of the Year award this evening, and also delighted to be able to say the words, Roll VT.
The AFBE-UK Award for Mentor of the Year, sponsored by the Royal Academy of Engineering. This award recognises the mentors making their mark in industries across the UK. Nikki Amiaka is an experienced safety engineering consultant working in the energy sector. For over 23 years, Nikki has provided safety and risk management across various sectors, from railways to battery energy storage. Mentoring of female and minority ethnic early career professionals and returners is very important to Nikki. She believes these groups have a lot to offer industry and academia, but just need a helping hand to reach their full potential.
Mentoring is important to me and my company because there's been an increasing need for organizations to develop their diversity and inclusion practice, strategies, objectives. And I think mentoring is one of those ways to achieve such programs, because through mentoring, whether it's at a personal or group or leadership level, you'd recognize talents that you'd normally not recognize in the organization, and that would help to improve diversity and inclusion. But I think my proudest moments was when I helped a lady become a chartered engineer. She had over 10 years experience. She said she was demotivated, just totally was unmotivated to apply. But once she got in touch with me and we went through the process, in her words, she said, I brought the application to life. And she's now a chartered engineer, and she put me forward for this award.
Barry Nichol is the Director of the Project Management Office for the Eastern Hemisphere at Champion X. For more than 20 years, Barry worked in the energy sector, spending 9 of those years in the Middle East. Barry has played an active role in the RISE Mentoring Circles, a 12-month program consisting of small groups of mentees paired with senior manager level mentors. Barry brings a unique approach to mentoring with a strong belief that personal circumstances impact professional development.
I start by building trust with the mentee. That's vital for any mentor-mentee relationship. We do that by being open about our careers. We both share our career paths and the good and the bad on those and also discuss the factors that have shaped our career both professionally and personally. We then work together to look at different roles in the company that suit the strengths of the individual, and then we build a plan together to take those next steps, and I continue to encourage the individual to keep progressing those steps towards a future position. One of the pieces of advice I share with others is to spend at least 2 hours a week dedicated to yourself, thinking about your career, taking steps to move it forward. Or you could seek ways to differentiate yourself from others. Have that differentiation that can really get you noticed and move your career forward.
Sarah Pishtelli is an Associate Director at WSP UK who leads successful teams to deliver projects for clients like Network Rail. Sarah has also inspired new STEM initiatives at WSP and created an award-winning learning platform. For single mothers returning to work, Sarah has had a particularly powerful influence, sharing her own experience and inspiring other returners. Sarah believes that motherhood brings transferable and valuable benefits to the workplace, along with new skills and greater emotional strength.
Mentoring, when done right, can be a very powerful tool. In fact, if it wasn't for my WSP mentor, I wouldn't be where I am today. That is why I am so passionate about mentoring others. So I love all aspects of mentoring, but I do love it when someone that I have been working with becomes professionally qualified. Not only is it recognition of their technical talent or recognition of all their hard work, but it also gives them that major confidence boost to set even higher goals. When I first started my career, I was always trying to be the person I thought the business wanted me to be. However, my WSP mentor highlighted the importance of being yourself, your true self, and only then can you reach your true and full potential.
And the winner is Nikki Amiaka.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you to AFBE-UK, to the Royal Academy of Engineering, and thank you to my mentees for nominating me. I haven't got a speech, but as I was traveling here today, I saw a poster that inspired me, and it's words written by Benjamin Franklin. He's a civic activist, politician, scientist, physicist. And the quote is, "Tell me and I'll forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I will learn." And in the spirit of metamorphosis, which is about transforming, I think my style of mentoring used to be about telling my mentees things and then teaching them things. But I think now, as a mature engineer, I involve them so that they can learn and they can also involve others. So what I would like to say today and to encourage everyone to do is to please involve those around you. Involve the marginalized groups, the vulnerable groups, in the spirit of diversity and inclusion, so that together as an industry and as a discipline, we can grow and metamorphosize. Well, thank you very much, and thank you to God.